Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all alright. Today we start a new topic within the unit of operations, of course, and this one is new to our syllabus this year, and this one is called capacity utilization. Now, in order to understand the topic capacity utilization, we first need to understand what capacity means when we talk in terms of a business, and specifically, since we're talking about operations, what does it mean in terms of the production process? And what capacity means when we think about it from our business perspective, it's simply the maximum output a business can produce with the amount of resources that it has at its disposal at any given point in time. So if I stand today as a business and I look around that I have a factory, so that's a piece of land. I see the number of workers that I have, so that's labor, and I see the machines I have installed and the ideas that I put in. So combining all those resources, how many customers can I serve, and how much produce can I put out there to my customers with the resources that I have available? So in short, it's the maximum output that your operations department can put out with the resources that they have. And why don't we look at the example with this concept from a very simple example first. So whenever I'm thirsty and you're thirsty, we drink a glass of water, right? So that's the simplest thing I can think of. So let's say right now, the two things that you have in order to quench your thirst is, of course, a glass, and the water that you're going to drink. So those are the two resources that we're going to deal with. And when we see that the glass that has a total capacity of 150 ml, we have filled it up till 115 ml right now. So when I look at this, what I can conclude from this is that my maximum, the most that I could have drank out of that glass is 150 ml. So that's the capacity, and that's the maximum I can get to. But of that capacity of 150, currently I'm only utilizing 115 ml. So we can clearly see that some of it is being wasted. I mean, we could have drank all of it, but we chose to, for this example, of course, only have 150 ml in it. So if I put this into a percentage, right? If I wanted to simply find out what percentage of my glass is currently full, what I need to simply do is use the formula of capacity utilization, which looks like this. And this is basic math we would have seen in arithmetic earlier on in our earlier grades. So in order to figure out how much of the capacity is being utilized, I use this formula of current output, which is of course my utilization level, 115, and my maximum output, which was my capacity. So I simply plug these numbers in here, multiply this by 100, and it will give me the percentage of utilization from my total capacity. So if I do this right here on the left side here, 115 divided by 150 into 100, I believe it's 76%. So right now, with the resources that we had at our disposal, we are able to utilize 76% of the maximum capacity. Now, remember what I said a little bit earlier, that when you are utilizing a part of your resources, then some of them are still getting wasted, right? That part we never filled up. So the leftover is what we call wastage. And if I can simply put that into a number, 24%, which is this part here, was wasted during this process. However, 76% was utilized. Now, let's apply the same concept on a business, and let's see how they're thinking about capacity utilization.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover. At Alt Academy, we break down every A-level concept with the same level of clarity. Now, let's continue.
So when we think about resources for a business, we know that there are land, labor, capital, right? So let's take a simple example again. Let's say a lemonade stand. As you know, if you've been studying with me, that's my favorite example. I do love lemonade. Just a normal one, no flavor. That's the way to go. Nice hot summer day. Anyways, stop rambling, Yaber. So coming back to a business, the kind of resources that a lemonade stall or lemonade stand would have would be, of course, raw material, and that's something that we also consider under land. So you need that as a resource. You'll also need some capital, so some machines to squeeze the lemons and kill the lemons, as you can see, sadly, but juice needs to be made, right? Plus you will need some labor, so you may have two people who are serving it out there on the streets. So when you combine all of these resources together, the maximum output that you could come up with is what we call our maximum capacity. So let's say you had 100 lemons, you had two of these machines, and you had two people working on it. If you put 4 lemons in each glass, then you know that your maximum capacity is 25 glasses of lemonade. Right now, why is it important for companies to continue to increase their maximum capacity? Well, because all of these resources come with their costs, right? For materials and land, also for land there's rent, but for materials there might be a cost of delivery associated with it. For capital, you may have taken a loan, so you may be paying interest on it, so you may have to maintain it, so there's extra cost that's added with capital. With labor, if you're hired people, you'll be requiring salaries or wages, however you've dealt with that. So there are all these costs that you've already incurred in getting these resources in. So the only way to make sure that you cover up for these costs and still make a profit is by making sure that you maximize your capacity for maximum revenue. Because if you have your revenue coming in while selling all of your products, only then would you be able to pay for all these costs and still make a profit, which is why a business is operating. So I hope that kind of makes sense of what capacity and capacity utilization is, and the fact that companies would want to maximize their capacity because you already paid for the resources. You might as well squeeze the most out of them, no pun intended, and maximize your output.
Now that that's taken care of, head on over to altacademy.org to watch the rest of our A-Levels business videos. Over 60,000 students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?